August 18, 1590, Roanoke Island, off the coast of what is now North Carolina. John White wades ashore with a landing party, calling out for his colony. No one answers. 3 years earlier, White had sailed to England for supplies, leaving behind 115 men, women and children, including his infant granddaughter Virginia Dare. War with Spain kept him from returning. By the time his ships reached the coast again, the settlement he left behind is gone. The palisade fence still stands, but the houses inside are dismantled, taken apart carefully rather than burned. Chests White had buried are dug up, his books and maps scattered and ruined by rain. There are no bodies. There is no sign of a struggle. Carved into a post at the entrance is a single word, Croatoan. On a nearby tree, the letters CRO. Before he left in 1587, White had arranged a signal with the colonists. If they were forced to leave, they would carve their destination. If they left under attack, they would carve a cross above it. There is no cross. Croatoan was the name of a nearby island, home to an Algonquian-speaking people allied with the English. White believed his colonists had gone there, or somewhere near it, safely and by choice. He orders his men back to the ships to sail for Croatoan Island. A storm rolls in from the Atlantic. The ships lose an anchor, then a second. The captains, low on supplies and wary of the weather, refuse to risk the crossing. White is forced back toward England. He never sees his daughter or granddaughter again. For more than 4 centuries, what happened to the 115 colonists has remained one of the enduring mysteries of early American history. Some believed they were killed by hostile tribes. In 1607, English settlers at the new colony of Jamestown were told by the Powhatan leader that his warriors had killed white people living to the south years earlier, though the account was secondhand and never confirmed. Others believed the colonists split into smaller groups, moved inland, and tried to reach a friendlier tribe called the Roanoke, only to die of starvation or disease along the way. For years, treasure hunters chased a series of engraved rocks known as the Dare Stones, supposedly written by Virginia Dare's mother, describing the colonists' fate. Most historians now consider them a hoax. The most consistent theory returns to that single carved word. Croatoan was home to the Croatoan people, later known as the Hatteras. English accounts from the following decades describe encounters with native people on Hatteras Island who had gray eyes, and who claimed some of their ancestors could talk in a book, a possible description of literacy passed down from English settlers. In the early 2000s, archaeologists began digging on Hatteras Island itself. Beneath centuries of sand, they found European artifacts dating to the late 1500s. A signet ring, gun flints, a rapier hilt, fragments of English pottery, all mixed in with Native American tools and pottery from the same layer of soil. Not buried as treasure, not left behind in a rush, woven into daily use, as though English objects and native households had simply merged. Because of this, many historians now believe the Roanoke Colony. They were absorbed, likely peacefully, into the Croatoan community that had been their neighbors and allies from the beginning. No mass grave has ever been found. No shipwreck, no battlefield, no colony-wide burial site. What survives instead is a scattering of English objects in native soil, and one word carved into a wooden post. John White died in Ireland around 1593, having never returned to search again. Virginia Dare's fate, along with everyone else's, was never confirmed in his lifetime. The word Croatoan is still the only clue anyone ever left behind.